Here we're going to be building this project, this 3D mapping project. This here is my finished example. I'm going to be building my second copy with you guys live. So just to break this down, the layers and kind of how I got to this finished product here, I'm going to be going over to these eyeballs here on the right side and hiding these, and we'll start. You're going to start with a simple white background like this, and then you're going to be importing a chosen photo. I chose this photo here of an octopus. I just thought the colors were cool. Octopus is my favorite animal, so I have chosen this photo. Afterwards, we're going to be doing a feature to it, kind of like 3D mapping it, or not kind of, actually 3D mapping it. This is one example of it. It's kind of hard to see the difference between the original and the other one, but you can kind of see that the colors are there. I did a lot of distorting to it, and I took out all the textures in the 3D map. That way we could get that like nice, cool, minimalist, abstract look. Here's the second one. It's different rotation, different angle of the image, and then I laid them on top of each other, such as this right here. Afterwards, I merged them together into one layer because what I did was I edited some brightness and adjustments. You can see the original one right there, and then the edited one. It's just slightly darker with a little bit more of a contrast. After that, I applied this white box around the almost the outside of it to give it some kind of framing. Titled it, that can get kind of tricky. I figured the octopus is in the ocean depths, so I titled it Depths. You're going to be putting your name in the bottom left here as a form of tagging it, and then the edition number, in this case here it is 01. It's the first one I built. You'll see that the one I make right now, I'll be calling it 02. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to this website here called burst.shopify.com. It's an amazing stock photo website. This is what the front of it or the home page looks like. If you scroll down, you will get categories of high resolution stock photos. You can really use whatever you want. It is important that you use a really high resolution photo for this because we're going to be printing this project large. If you just take something from Google, the quality will really show in the final result. Last time, I'm not going to lie, I used nature. I'm going to open in a tab and I can even show you the exact image that I used. I believe if you scroll down, there it is. There's the octopus tentacle one that I found. I'm not going to go for nature this time. I'm going to try something from textures and just see what happens. I know that people have made these types of projects with like ink splatters or paint splatters, anything of that sort. I would be willing to bet that your result will be good, like pretty much no matter what. The pyramid at the Louvre. So now that I have the photo right here, what you want to do is you want to hit this button right here, download free photo. You will have to wait, just, let this ride here for a second as it loads, and then it'll pop up. We don't even need to save this to your computer. We can just copy paste it into Photoshop. So what you're going to do here is click with 2 fingers on the trackpad, and you will see this little pop-up menu appear. Choose copy image. All right, after that, we're going to go into Photoshop. So I have Photoshop open right here. Just in case this is our first video, if you don't have Photoshop open, you can hit the F4 key on your keyboard. That brings up the spotlight search, and you can literally type in Photoshop, find it up here, and click on it to open it. All right, let me go back to the home screen here of Photoshop. This is what it'll look like. So we're going to create our new file together right now. Over here on the left side, you're going to hit Create New. Don't worry about any of this stuff here on the left side. I really want you to look at this area where my mouse is hovering over right now. Untitled 1. I want you to call this 3D map / your name. So right there, go ahead, type that in. Under the width and height, the first thing that you're going to do is where it says pixels right here, click that drop down arrow, choose inches instead because we're going to be printing it, makes it a whole lot easier to understand. And then the width for everybody is going to be 11 inches and the height for everybody is going to be 17. The orientation should then change to the tall one right here. If not, make sure you click it and that it's blue. Resolution by default will probably be 72. That's if you're making something for a website. We want to print these, so we're going to bump that up to 300. That's a really nice resolution image. Everything else down here by default, you can just leave alone. You don't have to touch it. And then you can go ahead and hit Create. Should end up with a tall white rectangle like this. And now we're going to paste our image into it. 2 ways that you can do this. in the top left of your screen where you see edit, you can click on that, and then you can click paste. But you'll notice that paste has a hotkey to it where you can just press like buttons on your keyboard to instantly do it. And you'll see that it's right here. That icon is the command key on your keyboard. So if you were to just hold down command and then tap V as in Virginia, you'll see that your photo appears. All right. Before we get any further, let's save our work, and then we'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff with this tomorrow. So to save, File in the top left right here, and then you will see the option Save. You could see that the hotkey there is Command S, but I'm going to go ahead and just click it. You'll see two options pop up in this window. While we're working on a project, you always want to choose Save to Cloud Documents on the left. Before we submit it to Schoology or any print services, we'll do computer, but for right now, you're going to do Cloud Documents. Under the Save As at the top, you should see that it's already called what we set it up as, which is great, and then you can hit the blue Save button in the bottom right. After you hit that, it might take a second or two to save. The thing I want you to look for is your file name. Mine's right up here in the top. I have this other one open from before, but on this new one, you'll see that a little cloud icon appeared right there. That means that it actually properly cloud saved. You can access this from any computer that has Adobe Photoshop. And it auto saves now every 30 seconds. So if you do log out at the end of the day and you forget to save, it only diverts you 30 seconds back in your progress.